What's up YouTube? Welcome back to my channel. I hope you're having a great day today. I am in a bathroom right now, so that's why the audio probably sounds terrible. Today I just had a really quick creativity tip. If you're not feeling very creative, you're feeling like some kinds of blocks, or maybe you're just not very motivated, I have a little tip for you. Definitely everyone goes through peaks and valleys with creativity, being an artist. Sometimes you're just like, you're tapped in to the ideas and everything, and sometimes not so much. So one tip that I have is restriction. This sounds so backwards, but it's real. You need to find a way to restrict the boundaries of your creativity a little bit. When you could draw, or any medium, when you could create anything, like, oh my god, that's way too much. That's too much to think about. That's way too much to try and like process and be like, oh my god, there's so many things. I could do anything. I could do anything in the world right now. That's overwhelming, and that's too many options. So you have to find a way to narrow that down, right? And one great way to do that is to give yourself some rules, which sounds like the opposite of creativity. You're like, what do you mean rules to become more creative? But it gives you a boundary to operate within, and that will let your brain start working on more specific ideas. So one thing that I love to do, because I like to draw, is I like to draw on an index card, because it's like, I can only do so much on an index card. Like, I don't have that much space, and that limits me. So it makes me think in a different way, where it's like, if I only have this much space, how can I utilize it? Do I want to draw a whole scene, or do I want to draw a character or something like that? And that limitation actually helps me connect with the ideas more, which is quite amazing. And another limitation that I like to put on myself sometimes when I'm feeling kind of blocked is drawing with different supplies, or really cheap supplies. Oh my god, sometimes we are spoiled with options. We really are. We get like the nicest pens, the nicest paper, and then we kind of freeze up because we're like, oh my god, I want this to be good. I spent some money on this, right? And if you just draw on a receipt with a ballpoint pen, sometimes that comes out like better than all of this like expensive paper stuff that you invested in, which is frustrating, but it's true. Like, just try drawing with a crayon, okay? Like the cheapest thing you could find on the floor somewhere, and you will notice that your brain will get more creative for some reason. And you'll have more ideas. You're like, what can I do? What's the coolest thing I can do with a crayon? And you'll find a way to make it cool. And sometimes you'll be there with your nice stuff. You're like, how can I make this cool? And it's just like everything escapes because you don't have enough restriction on yourself. Another thing that can be really great if you are sitting there and you're like, oh my god, there's so many things I could do, like, I don't know, none of them are calling to me, is force yourself to draw something with a theme. I remember in high school, my art teacher made me do this, and I was like, this is so dumb, like, I don't want to draw this. But that's amazing, because she would give me like, it would be like an animal and then a place or whatever. It was a random generator thing. And I was like, this is dumb, I don't want to draw this. But because I was like, this is dumb, I don't want to draw this, that made me understand what I did want to draw and what I would prefer to draw, which was, whatever I was into at the time. I generally like drawing people, so probably something like that. But the restriction was like the catalyst for these ideas and creativity and everything. And this can totally be applied to literally anything, like outside of art. Trying to make music, maybe try a different genre that you've never tried before, or try to do something with a certain chord progression that you've never used before. Yeah, like with movies, you could try different storyboarding technique, or force yourself to use a different color palette. That's another good one. So yeah, just think about, like, if you're feeling really blocked, think about how you can restrict yourself a little bit more. And trust me, like, ideas will come to you like left and right. And you'll be like, why? Like, now that I'm adding rules, it gets easier to be creative. Like, it doesn't make any sense. But it's true. It's true. So give it a shot. Let me know how it works for you. And I will see you guys tomorrow. Bye.